Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, hello, it's lovely to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's Alanna, I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland. As you see this, I may already be 37 because it is my birthday as I film this week. So on this channel, we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, travel-y, bloggery, vloggery bullshit, but with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm and cynicism thrown in on top. Now this video today is going to be what I packed for a 3-night trip going to Amsterdam. It was the first trip that we've had away from our little boy, so it was a lot different. I actually had all of my luggage to myself, which made a big difference. My bag was not filled with toys and snacks and stuff like that, which was just amazing, to be honest with you. A nice little change. So this video, I basically have already been on my trip to Amsterdam. I'm going to put some photos in of the outfits that I wore, and then we're going to talk through all the stuff that I took with me. The reason I'm saying this is because it was hand luggage only. That is all we took. And before having our little boy, we used to go on trips like this all the time. And I really like the kind of capsule wardrobe element of styling for this kind of thing, because you could take a different outfit for every day, a nighttime outfit, a daytime outfit, 3 shoes with you. But when you've got to fit everything into a little cabin bag like this, then you've got to narrow down your options. So let's just get into it. So as I said already, I did already go on this trip. I am unpacking at the moment because I figured once I've unpacked everything, I can throw it into the washing basket and it'll all be fine. I don't have to worry about where it's going and what I'm doing with it. You know that way when you just want to unpack and do the washing? That's all I want to do now. So these are already unpacked, and I am also going to show you what I wore for travel, because that is obviously not in the case either. These are the thermal wear from Marks and Spencer's. I got a nude one, which was long sleeved, which I did wear yesterday underneath the dress, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And these are the thermal wear leggings as well, also from Marks and Spencer's. If everything that is black, covered in little white hairs. I do have a white cat, Molly, she's lying here. So it does happen, unfortunately. So I did take these layers. I also took another 2 little vests that were thermal wear as well to wear underneath t-shirts and things like that. I will show you them when I unpack them. But let me show you the piece that I was trying to style all of my outfits around. Okay, so this coat here, I'm going to step back so you can see it, is a beautiful navy wool coat from Marks and Spencer's. Alan bought me it for my Christmas. It is long. I am 5'4", 5'5" a push if I'm feeling fancy, but it is quite a long coat. I would say this comes to kind of just above my ankle almost. I'm just holding it against myself now. Maybe just below the calf. It is very long on me, but again, remember, I am only 5'5". Now obviously that was the coat I was taking. I was aware I was taking a dark coat. I never owned a dark coat like that before. So what I started to do was look on Pinterest, look at kind of winter outfits, dark coat winter outfit, things like that, and navy coat winter outfits. Started to pull a little few things together, started looking at what I already owned as well. And sometimes I find with Pinterest as well, you can go on and you're like, oh, navy coat outfit, navy winter coat outfit, and it's a little bit kind of like the skinny jeans are still there. It's maybe athleisure, like people who are wearing like, you know, the yoga pants with like boots and socks pulled over. That ain't my style. I'm not going to lie. It's not because I don't like it or I'm offended by anybody that dresses like that. But for me and the shape of my body and the way that I dress, I would pretty much only wear gym leggings if I was actually going to the gym. Maybe if I've been to the gym, then I'm going to pick up my son at nursery afterwards. But on the whole, it is not something I'm wearing in my everyday life. So that is why I would not wear something like that with this coat, because I did start to see a few things on Pinterest and I was like, nope, that's not my style. That's not my style. I am keeping it very, let's just say, noughties grunge. I'm not saying 90s grunge. I was a little bit too young for that. I was only 4 in 1991. The height of kind of the original grunge era. But it lives in my soul. I am a little rock chick and I loved all that stuff in the late 90s, early millennial. Okay? So that was my kind of go-to, because I feel like that's coming back into style now. I want to get my teeth into it. But also, as a nearly 37-year-old woman, my birthday is tomorrow as I film this, I absolutely feel like I quite like classic. I quite like the staples, the kind of classic chic things that you can keep in your wardrobe and not worry about whether or not you have to renew your wardrobe every year. Okay? So I'm trying to mix it up with that. So let's just get into the outfit. I'm not entirely sure you're going to see me all the way over there, but We're just going to do it this way because I don't want to upset. Molly's already looking at me like, what are you doing? What's going on here? So I don't want to upset her. So for my first outfit, this is also from Marks and Spencer's. I feel like I made a joke about it in my last vlog being like, go to Marks and Spencer's to buy my thermals. I feel so old. But I love a Markies now, and I feel like, you know, teenage me would have been like, God, you're still old fashioned. But I fucking love Marks and Spencer's. So this is a new dress that I picked up from there. What I am going to say is, I am a ball hair away from taking this back. I don't know if I still have the receipt. I am going to have to have a look for it. Reason being, this has been on me twice, right? Never washed. This is it here. It's beautiful. Again, very long on me because I am only 5'5". But right along like the hip line here, I don't know if you're going to see it. It's bobbling quite a lot right along like the hip line here. Can you see that? And I was a little bit peeved off at that, considering I'd only had it on twice. But this is what I wore out for travel wear with the thermal leggings, and I actually wore one of the short sleeve vests on the way out. On the way back, I wore the long sleeve one because it was absolutely freezing. And then I teamed it with these boots. These are from New Look. These are also a new purchase, however, as a present. They were given to me as a present. So I didn't have to use my money for them, and as we know, bitch be budgeting this year. So these were also a gift. I think these were on special offer at the moment on New Look though, and they were £20, I want to say. I think they were originally maybe around the £30 odd mark, but at the moment on offer for 20. I really like them. I like the little like fur lining. They're also vegan leather as well, if that's important to anyone, just so you know that they are vegan and you can wear them as well. But I really like these, and I did take these with me with the intention of wearing them all the time, but breaking boots in on a city break, it's not the best idea. You would think I would learn that over the years, but sometimes I still forget. Also, with this outfit, I just want to point out as well, I do have a hat on as well. I took one hat and a pair of mittens. They are currently in my hand luggage. This is the bag I took with me for hand luggage. As I say, my hand luggage does not normally look this swish anymore when we go with Jack. It's usually like a nappy bag situation. I'm putting stuff in it for him, and I just slot in like a lip balm on the side. I very rarely get to take stuff for me now. I will go through what is in here as well, but just for reference, my mittens and my hat are currently in here. So this is them here. This is from Zara. Purchased it, I want to say last year or the year before, because I found that big baggy hats are certainly not in fashion anymore. It's usually like the tammy ones that are a little bit tighter on your head. I don't really like that. This has quite a long roll up on it, so if I want it to be big and baggy, I can do that, or if I want to turn it up and make it a little shorter, I can do that too. And I do really like this hat. I've brought the yellow one for a little bit of colour. I do have more beige tones and things like that, and grey, but I thought just to mix it up a little bit, break up the outfit, I would put the yellow one in. And these are my mittens. Now these were bought for me as a gift as well. I want to say, was it last year or the year before? I can't remember if it was while I was pregnant with Jack or if it was just like the year I'd had him. But these are real sheepskin, so obviously like probably not vegan, stuff like that. But Alan picked me these up because I did have a pair that were like fake ones years ago and used them up to within an inch of their life. They were almost had holes in them. And so he replenished them a couple of years ago. And I really, really like these. They're very, very warm. I also feel like there's a little nod to matchy matchy here. I am a millennial after all. You can't get it out of me sometimes. I know it's all about like the mismatch things now, but there is a little bit of me that quite likes a little bit of matchy matchy. So I thought that would tie in nice. So that was my travel outfit, but because our flight was running late and we actually had a flight that was 2 hours and some like 40 minutes late, so we can't even claim compensation on it, pain in the arse. We didn't actually get in to Amsterdam until like maybe 5 p.m. in our hotel. We were supposed to be there about back at 2, we were there at 5. It is what it is. But that meant I just kept that dress on. It was smart enough anyway. We went out for dinner, drinks, stuff like that. Just judged up a wee bit, put a bit of makeup on and stuff like that, and on my way. So my first daytime outfit was this. So in this outfit, starting off again, Marks and Spencer's. I am not sponsored by Marks and Spencer's, of that I can assure you. If they want to sponsor me, please get in touch. Email me, drop me a line over on Instagram. But I am not sponsored by Marks and Spencer's. I just really like them at the moment, and I like that some of the wide leg denim that they are doing is just a better fit for me. I think that quite a lot of the kind of other shops, a bit more high street shops, their denim fits people, or I want to say people who are a bit more straight up and down. I have a bum, I have big thighs. Wide leg denim on me does not look like baggy jeans the way it does on people who have thinner legs. It just doesn't. And I find a lot of the time when I get jeans that have the wider leg part that fits, the waist is hanging off me. Whereas these ones, these are a size 14 and they are in the regular length, I want to say, for their wide denim. They are a beautiful, big, wide, baggy jean. However, I feel like the waist is not too big. It is a little big. I could probably do with a 12 in the waist, but I can put a belt on and it's workable and it's all fine. So these ones here, I want to say this is the lighter wash denim. I do have these in a dark wash denim as well, and I was a ball hair away from taking them as well. But I thought, you know what? Let's not complicate matters. Let's just take one pair of jeans. I'm only going away for 3 days. I paired them with this, which I say is the thermal top, but it is actually like a little short sleeve one. And I paired it with this white t-shirt from Primark. I have spoke about this before. This is the kind of thicker, like the better range in Primark. You probably can't see it in this photo anyway, but I did have this on underneath. It is a thicker cotton. I want to say this one costs about £10–12 for the t-shirt, which for a t-shirt in Primark is like, that's a bit more expensive, but it's a really good material. Like, it is a thicker, you can feel it is a little bit thicker. I'm not claiming that it's ethically and like, you know, sourced cotton or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to claim that. But what I'll say is I think it's certainly got a bit more longevity to it, lifespan, than some of the other t-shirts that I've seen there. And this is the small size. Now here's what threw me, because I took this t-shirt with me. It's a size small. It is relatively oversized and boxy. I like that fit. I went into Primark to pick up a black version because I don't have a black t-shirt. The one I did have and had had for years ended up with a couple of holes and mothballs, whatever, not actual mothballs, but you know what I mean. Holes and things under the oaksters, and I was like, do you know what? I've probably had this for about 7 years. It's probably time to buy myself a new black t-shirt. So I went into Primark to pick up the black version, but as soon as I picked it up, I was like, that looks tiny. So that's the small and the white one that I have that fits me fine. The black one, this is the medium. And see, even if I hold that white up against this black one, it is, the sizes are wild. Like, this is supposed to be a 12 to 14. That is supposed to be a 10 to 12. That one is oversized on me. This one is almost tight. Like, on the arms and stuff, like, it feels tight on the arms. So I have actually left the tag on this one, £12. Yes, they're £12, because I will be returning this. And as I say, this is the medium. I could pick up the large and just get it in the size I like, but I'm going to have a double check because I'm almost certain these are the exact same t-shirts, but the sizing in the black and the white is way off, way off. So I'm going to be returning this and trying to get a dark t-shirt either somewhere else or just pick up one in Primark. And back to my outfit. So I topped it off with this jumper from New Look, just a really nice grey kind of, I want to say this is a crew neck. It's like a round necked jumper. I think it just made it look a little bit more casual but cool. And again, I ended up wearing my navy coat over the top, which kind of pulls it all together. Although what I did do was change into my trainers for the daytime. Again, wearing those kind of boots all day long, they do get a little bit pinchy, especially when you're just breaking them in. But also, I did feel like pairing it with my casual done-in trainers, and they are done-in. Like, these are Reeboks. I've had them for a long time. They are manky. Like, look at them. That doesn't bother me. And maybe that's the kind of grunge soul in me, the kind of old, like, baggy jeans mosher in me. Your trainers were always manky because your jeans were trailing in the fucking puddles and in the mud, so it doesn't bother me. See, when you see people and they've got nice crisp white. See, when I see people with crisp white Converse, I'm just like, something not right about that. It's just, and I quite like it now. See, when I get new trainers and they're nice and crisp, I'm like, oh, that looks nice and chic, looks kind of classy. But to me, a little grungy in me, it just feels like your trainers should be manky. Like, they should look broken and bogging. So I quite like it. Just made it a little bit more casual, a little bit more me in that outfit. So I'm hoping you can see where I'm saying, like, I like the classic, but I'm also bringing in little elements of styles at the moment that I really enjoy. And actually, I'm just going to put a little photo of me and Alan in together. It gives you an idea of what it looked like with the coat on. He is 6'4" and I am 5'5", so he's like a whole foot bigger than me, and you can see with the trainers and the jeans, like, they're quite baggy on me. The coat is very long on me, whereas his coat is probably a full length coat, but it's like above his knee. Mine's is way down my leg. So it just gives you an idea of what the outfit looked like. Now that evening we did go out for dinner and drinks again. We felt like we wanted to go somewhere pretty casual. We went to a beautiful Indonesian place. Again, as I say, the vlog is coming, but for that reason I didn't want to change things up a little bit too much. So jeans, trainers, trainers still. Changed up from the white t-shirt. I kept on the grey thermal underneath, and I popped on over the top my Nirvana shirt here. As you can see, this is a Nirvana. I'm sure I did pick this up in Primark, but I do have other Nirvana t-shirts. I promise you, I am a fan. I'm not just somebody that wears these t-shirts and doesn't know who the bands are. But I do really love this t-shirt. I think it is very, very nice. So popped it on with that. And actually over the top is a kind of black denim shirt that I've pulled on as well. That is Alan's shirt, but I did actually pack it to take it with me because I thought I want to be able to do a bit of double denim. I think that's the thing, people get a little bit worried about it. I have to be honest with you, I don't mind double denim, the whole Canadian tuxedo thing, looking exactly the same. Maybe not quite Justin and Brittany from the 2000s, who might not want to be doing that. But I don't mind double denim, but I feel like for me and my kind of style and for my body type, it is a little bit better to break up the colours sometimes. So with it being a slightly darker denim, I thought that worked a little bit better. I should mention as well, I did take some jewellery pieces with me. They are in this really cute little box from Accessorize. Basically just took my Missima pieces with me. This locket here is one that I picked up in London last year. It is engraved with Jack's birthday on the back of it, and there is a photo of Jack and a photo of Jack and Alan inside it. It is super duper cute. So I took that with me. I also took my long kind of like snake like, I don't know if this is a snake chain, but I feel like that's the right name for it. This style, do you know the one I mean? Like it's like a flat gold. I took that with me as well. I also took with me these little, they're like little huggy hoops too, and they have little like diamonds inside. They're just like nice little tiny huggy hoops. And I also took my chain huggy hoops, which actually, I think all that stuff is over there. I don't have it to hand. And I also took like an array of different kind of gold stacker style rings. So like I have these kind of ones because I like wearing more than one ring in my finger and stuff like that. I don't have an engagement ring. Well, there you go, you know. I don't think it's ever going to happen now. Told Alan I will not change my name anyway, so what would be the point? So that was my outfit for the evening, which again, with the kind of band t-shirt and stuff, and the coat, it maybe did look like I was a little bit more grungy underneath, but you know what? I think it looked quite cool with the coat over the top of it as well. So for my next daytime outfit, here I'm wearing the jeans and the trainers again, and then I popped on, did I have on? I don't think I did have on the white t-shirt. What I wore was the nude thermal layer underneath, and then this jumper over the top, which again, I'm pretty sure I've spoke about this even in recent kind of workwear videos. This is a kind of, what would you call this? A tank top from Zara, and it is a navy stripe there. It's quite boxy. I feel like for my shape it is a little boxy, but if you're wearing something underneath it, it kind of works well. I think if you were someone who kind of had a little, I don't have a big chest, I really don't, but I feel like if you're someone who can pull off boxy shapes, this would be really, really nice. With me, I need to have a little something underneath it just to pull it all together, but that is what I wore. And again, with the coat over the top, I thought that looked fantastic. It was really, really simple. Didn't even bother like curling my hair or anything that day. Just went out, really, really enjoyed that outfit. It just kind of all pulled together really, really nicely. I do feel like I could have brought a belt with me to make it just a little bit more, but I forgot to do so, and by the time I had the jeans on, I was like, fuck it, who cares at this point? And again, just the same old trainers kicking about in them. So for my last evening, I kept the kind of nude thermal and then layered, oh, did I change it? Tell a lie, I think I changed it into the grey shorter sleeve thermal. Then I put on over the top this satin Zara shirt. But I do think this is a really, really nice shirt to wear casual or smart. You can wear it open or closed type thing with things underneath it. So because of the coldness, it wasn't because of styling, it was because it was so cold when we were there in Amsterdam. It did snow a couple of times. I was like, do you know what? This is going to get worn over the top of a thermal and left open, but tucked in at the front. And I wore it with these pinstripe kind of nude trousers, nude, brown, depends what colour of skin you are, isn't it? Because this is definitely darker than my nude, but you get my point. A kind of tan pinstripe trouser, again, this lovely baggy dad style trouser, and I did pop on my boots as well for that outfit. Again, worn it with the coat, put on my hat, stuff like that. It didn't bother with my hair that night either, and just layered it with some gold jewellery as well. Now just to round things off, I did take some fluffy socks with me, and that was for my slippers. I did take some, I was going to say pyjamas, but these are actually leggings jeans, and I took a little pajama top with me, again, just to keep warm. I took all of my underwear in this little bag here. These are available from Amazon. It is nothing fancy. You get the packing cubes, and sometimes they come in the little bags. It's a laundry pouch, it says it here, but I don't usually use it for that. Obviously, if I unpack and put all of my pants, socks and stuff out into a drawer, then I will keep this empty and repack into that, and that's pretty much what I've done. So this is now full of clothes that need washed, and it is also going in the washing basket here, ready to go. And then I just thought what I would do is throw in as well, this by the way is just the black version of the thermal, and I did take this nude top with me. It's like a nice racerback style top, but I didn't wear it because it was just cold. I don't think it would have looked quite right layered over the top of thermals and stuff, so it just never got used. In the other main section of my case, I thought I may as well just show you what I took. This little glossy bag has all of my medications in it, pills. It also has like paracetamol, ibuprofen, diarrhea relief, cystitis relief, all that kind of stuff, because you just don't know what you're going to need, because hey, we're all human. But it's got all of the kind of medication type stuff that I need, my regular everyday tablet medication. I took a brush and a comb because when I am not here and I don't have my shark available to do my fringe, I have to use one of these little brushes. It never looks quite as good today. It also doesn't look quite as good because I haven't really done just stuck my head up in a bun today because I couldn't be bothered. I also took my straighteners with me because I don't use them to straighten, I use them to curl, but they were in there too. As I say, I had my little box for my jewellery in there. I did take a pair of sunglasses. I did not need to use them. I didn't know if it was going to be that cold and sunny way or if it would be just straight up cold, and it was just straight up cold. It was a little grey at times, so I did not need to wear these. And then this here is my makeup bag. It looks pretty extensive, but to be honest with you, it's not really that full. If I turn it around, it's maybe like half full. There's brushes in this side too. So what did I take makeup wise? Because I feel like that's something people ask. I took this, which has always got hair baubles in it. Hair baubles, the little elastic hair ties and Kirby grips. This is always in this bag. Also, I always keep this bag pre-packed, which is panty liners, cotton pads, an actual sanitary towel if you need it, and cotton buds as well. I always keep all that in there. In my actual makeup bag here, I have the Glow Filter from Beauty Bay. I have Glossier Wowder. These are some of my staples. I also took the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzing Stick here. I took 2 of the Bijou Blush from Violet FR. I took Louise and Aisa, but Aisa is in my hand luggage. I will show you in a minute. I also took my Glossier Stretch, but again in my hand luggage. I took 2 of the Bodyography glitter pigments. I took Later Skater and Illusion. Illusion's like this lovely pinky gold one. Later Skater is a real grungy gold black one. It's amazing. I took the Merit Solo Shadow in Mid-Century, which is this kind of lovely, kind of warm, I would say, kind of nude colour, warm kind of rosy colour. Not rosy, tan colour, maybe like a terracotta, a mild terracotta colour. I also took 2 of the Vleeve powder blushes. Did I need to take 2 of these? Probably not. But the reason being is I quite like to top the Violet FR blushes sometimes with a powder blush. So I took Malbec and Pesca, which is the peach and the kind of plum colour. So that is Malbec there. Gorgeous for this time of year, especially with snowy weather. And Pesca, which is this beautiful like peach fuzz, right? But it's so, so nice. Now for eyes, I took this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Nudes palette. What's it called? Super Nudes palette. That is it there, the Super Nudes palette. It's pretty basic, but what I do like about it is it works well with the other products that I've taken with me. I feel like as well with Mid-Century it works well for like a nude look, but also I took one of the Vive pencils in Mahogany, which is almost like a deep plum colour, and it works well with that. The black works well with the Bodyography Later Skater as well. So it's just a nice little palette to take when you're travelling and you don't really know, it's not a hot holiday. Do you know what I mean? You're not doing wild coloured liners or anything. It's a very nice one to have to hand. I also took this from Violet FR, which is one of their liquid pigment shadows. This is Scarab d'Or. It is gorgeous, so, so nice, and also worked really well with that Bodyography Later Skater. And I did take lips wise this from Violet FR, which is their Petal Bush and Cerise Desir, which is beautiful. It's so, so nice, but as I have said, not for all day wear, but for evening, very, very nice. As I said as well, had the Vive Mahogany pencil in here, a couple of Vive clips. I did actually take 2 samples of foundation. I took one of the Glossier Stretch ones as well, just because I thought to use it up. And I also took a Makeup Forever sample, which I did try while I was there and I quite enjoyed it. I don't know if I would buy full size, but it was all right. And for mascara, I took with me my Gen C Spectator Sport mascara, but I also took with me the new Sky High, the Maybelline Sky High, but the burgundy one, because I'm kind of fucking in love with it. It's actually what I've got on today. Loving it. So I feel like that looks like a really big thing of makeup, but actually there's not like loads and loads in there. What about liquids? I hear you shouting. Well, here's the thing. I know that across the board, across the world internationally, there has been some loosening of the restrictions of liquids that you can take places. Unfortunately, Glasgow Airport, which seems to be about 20 years behind anybody else, other airport in the fucking world, you still have to take all your stuff in tiny little bottles. So this bag here is a set of 3 that I did get. I like the other one for my everyday makeup in my handbag, but what I done was just put all of my liquids in here. So basically in here, I've got a set that I picked up from Kitsch, I want to say. That is the brand here, Kitsch. In here, I've got some Body Shop almond shower gel, shower cream. I want to say shower cream. In here, I have got some shampoo. It's a really good little size kit, this, especially for just a couple of days. Because I feel like sometimes those 100ml bottles, you just don't need that much shampoo. I'm only going to wash my hair maybe once while I'm there, if that. So I don't like to take big, massive bottles. This is the Superdrug Hydrating Mist. I've just put it into a smaller bottle. I took the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I took my Dermatica as well. I also took, this was a really good bottle actually, so there's only a little bit in the bottom there, and I didn't take loads because, as I say, I was only going for a few days. This is a new hydrating serum that I'm trying from Vichy, so I had kind of decanted a little bit into there. And then it also came with these tiny little pots as well. So one is my moisturizer, everyday moisturizer, and one is the cream cleanser, and it is the Superdrug one. I just decanted it into that like balm cleanser. And this little teeny weeny one here is my eye cream. And again, like I did not need to put that much eye cream in for a couple of nights. I just didn't need to, but as you can see, I will use this up before I refill it again. This here is body cream, which looks huge, but again, I feel like body cream, you kind of will use more of it all over yourself. So this is it's a 100ml jar, 75, 60ml jar. So it does look huge in comparison to the other pots, but I feel like your body area is a lot bigger. I also took my caffeine eye cream, which this one is finished and it needs to go into an empties, which will be getting filmed after this. I took my Rituals, what is this one called? Roy d'Orient, or Roy d'Orient. Very, very nice. And I also took my Loewe, trying to pronounce this one. Estilio Sobra la Plaza de Oriente, I want to say. It's Spanish. I'm not entirely sure my pronunciation is right. I've got a very tiny little bit of that left. It's such a beautiful perfume, but the full size is so very expensive, so I don't own it in a full size. And then I've got like a can of Sure as well. I could have taken my Wild deodorant actually. There was nothing stopping me doing that. It was more just a kind of space thing, and I wanted everything to be nice and flat and fit in the case. So that is my liquid. Now in my handbag here, my hand luggage, I do have my little everyday makeup bag. I've spoke about this before. I've got some blush in here, a little highlight, lip stuff, a lip liner. I do have my Glossier Stretch Concealer and my, NYX the Brow Glue in there as well. I also have my camera. This is my vlogging camera. This is my Canon G7X, so that is in there. I also have the charger for that, because obviously you need to take batteries and things like that out of hand luggage. I have my purse. I have a full bag of Haribos, and that is because if I'm having low blood sugar, it's just good to have them on me. These are not open, so that's good. I didn't have low blood sugar while I was out and about. I also have my Vive hair clip in here because I thought it's just useful to have if I need to tie my hair up. What else have I got in here? My blood sugar monitor as well, just in case. And headphones. And I also took, it's not in here at the moment because I've put it back onto charge, my Switch as well, my Nintendo Switch. So that is everything that I took with me for packing for a 3-night trip away to Amsterdam, just a little city break as a couple. Thought you would find that interesting. I hope it was useful to you. It gives you a little idea of how to take less clothes and still make different outfits every day. Although, I know, ultimately they probably looked kind of similar, but it's my vibe, it's my kind of thing, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.